Hey you, are you having problems with understanding human embryonic and fetal development? Well, you're in luck. Let me help you. So my name is Lovenia Amira, AS09480.
And I Muhammad Aiman Farith bin Muhammad Shahrom, AS09654.
So today we're going to explain to you guys about the human embryonic and fetal development. Enjoy! So, you should know that the human development is divided into two parts. First, the embryonic development and the fetal development. During the embryonic development is where the organs are formed, while in the fetal development is where these structures are enlarged and they are more refined.
You should know that development could also be divided into trimesters: the first trimester, second trimester, and the third trimester. The first trimester is where the embryonic and early fetal development occur, while the second trimester is where the organs and organ systems start to develop and the fetus appear distinctly human at the end. Last, the third trimester, the fetus grows rapidly and major organs start to function. Moving on to the extra-embryonic membranes. The function of the extra-embryonic membranes in humans has been modified to suit internal development. Their presence, however, shows that we are limited to the reptiles. Let's take a look at the parts of the extra-embryonic membrane. We have the chorion, allantois, yolk sac, and the amnion. First, the chorion develops the fetal half of the placenta, which provides nourishment, oxygen, and takes away waste. The blood vessels within chorionic villi are continuous with the umbilical blood vessels. The allantois accumulates small amount of urine produced by fetal kidneys. The yolk sac, however, is the first site of blood cell formation. And lastly, we have the amnion, which contains fluid to cushion and protect the embryo, which later then develops into the fetus. Moving on to the embryonic development, which comprises the first 2 months of pregnancy. During the first week, fertilization occurs in the upper third of the uterine tube. Cleavage begins 30 hours after fertilization and continues as the embryo passes through the uterine tube to the uterus. By the time the embryo reaches the uterus on the third day, it is a morula. The morula transforms and a blastocyst forms. The blastocyst has a fluid-filled cavity. The single layer of outer cell is called the trophoblast, which provides nourishment for the embryo. The inner cell mass eventually becomes the embryo, which will then develop into a fetus. Going into the second week, the embryo undergoes implantation into the wall of the uterus. The trophoblast secretes enzymes which digest away tissues and blood vessels of the uterine wall. Also then secretes human chorionic gonadotropin, also known as HCG, to allow the corpus luteum to be maintained, ensuring the endometrium is also maintained. The inner cell mass detaches itself from the trophoblast as the week progresses. The yolk sac forms below embryonic disc with no nutritive functions in humans. The amnion and its cavity is where the embryo develops. Amniotic fluid acts as the insulator against cold or heat and absorbs shock. Gastrulation also occurs during the second week, resulting inner cell mass to flatten into an embryonic disc composed of 2 cell layers, the ectoderm and the endoderm. Once the embryonic disc elongates to form primitive streak, the mesoderm is formed by invagination of cells. The trophoblast area is reinforced by mesoderm and becomes the chorion. Important organ systems such as the ovaries and the first organ system become visually evident during the third week. A thickening appears along the entire dorsal length of the embryo, and the neural folds appear. The neural tube, which later develops into the brain and the nerve cord, is formed when neuropods meet the midline. The notochord is replaced by vertebral column and the nerve cord is called spinal cord. The development of the heart also begins during the 3rd week and continues into the 4th. They are the left and right tubes which are fused together and the heart begins to pump blood even when the heart is not fully formed. Veins enter posteriorly and arteries exit anteriorly. Later, when the heart twists, all major blood vessels are located anteriorly. Going into the 4th and 5th week, a bridge of mesotome, also known as the body stalk, connects the collar end of the embryo with the chorion, which has projections called chorionic villi, and in this stalk contains the 4th extra-embryonic membrane, which is the allantois. Its blood vessels become the umbilical blood vessels. These structures form the umbilical cord, which connects the developing embryo to the placenta. Arms and legs start to develop from little protrusions, and even the hands and feet become apparent. During the 5th week, the head enlarges, and eyes, ears, and nose starts to develop. Going to 6th until the 8th week, the developing human becomes more human-like. As the brain develops, the head achieves its normal relationship with the body as the neck region develops. The nervous system is developed well enough to permit reflex actions. At the 8th week, the embryo is about 38 mm long and weighs less than 1 gram. All organ systems are established.
Now, I will explain about the structure and function of the placenta. First, the placenta is a mammalian structure and it functions in a gas, nutrient, waste exchange between the embryonic and paternal cardiovascular system. By the 3rd week, the placenta is fully formed and produces the two hormones, that is progesterone and estrogen. These two hormones have two effects. The first effect is they prevent any new follicle from maturing, and the second effect is they maintain the lining of the uterus. In placenta, it also has an umbilical cord, which is a lifeline of the fetus, because it contains the umbilical arteries and veins. The function of umbilical artery and vein, it transports the waste molecule like CO2 and urea to the placenta for disposal into the maternal blood, and it takes the oxygen and nutrient molecule from the placenta to the rest of the fetal circulatory system. The stage of birth divided into the 3 parts. The first, cervix dilates to allow the passage of the baby's head and body. Second, baby is born and the umbilical cord is cut. And lastly, the baby is delivered. For the preventing and testing birth defects, the preventing birth defect is we can consuming a nutrient diets and avoiding potential harmful substance. And second, we not to consume alcohol while pregnant. And the testing for the birth defect, virus like rubella cause infection in a newborn. That's all.
So this is the end of our video. We hope you guys gain knowledge from this.
Thank you for watching and have a nice day.